So fellow Dragon Ball Z fan, you love them transformation, right? Well, we will rank them, but like not in the traditional way. It's not about the design of the form, but this could be another video on its own. Or it's not even about how iconic the form is, it's about how good we feel the form is to the story itself on the writing level, and how it was handled as a whole. Does it have a great moveset? Is it original? Does it look different? Does it have a cool, unique moment? Or was it ruined by the story? All that cool shit. And if you disagree, it's okay, everyone can be wrong, it's human. So yeah.
Well, first thing first, we want to rank the false Super Saiyan from the Lord Slug movie because it's not really a form on its own, as it was supposed to be just like the regular Super Saiyan form, but at the time they had no way to know what it looked like, so ranking it would just be pointless.
Kaioken is a easy S tier. It have a good set of strengths and weaknesses, making it a form with more sauce than most standard anime form. It's fucking cool.
And it is easy to understand too. It double your power but hurt you just as much, as simple as that. And it combined with Super Saiyan and Blue, so it's even cooler. Kaioken Kamehameha is iconic too.
It's unique too, there's only one dude that is using it, not like Super Saiyan that everyone is using. And it is the actual first real anime transformation when you think about it, and that's also pretty cool.
Super Saiyan is the most iconic anime transformation ever for a good reason. The moment Goku unlocked it is still one of the best in the series. The only problem is that nowadays everyone is a Super Saiyan, making it lamer. I would maybe keep it at S tier because it's the first of its kind, but Goten being a Super Saiyan, drop it to A tier easy.
It lost what made it special in the series with the tingly feeling in the back, Super Saiyan 2, blue, red, purple, multicolor reskin of Super Saiyan. And fucking Goten. Super Saiyan 2 has a pretty cool introduction with Gohan blasting it against Cell, but as a form it really is the same exact thing as Super Saiyan 1. A stronger version, but it's the same, and the more we get the same shit, the less impressive it gets. But it being introduced in such a cool way, and being the first new form after Super Saiyan, make it a C tier. It's alright.
Gohan alone would have made it higher, but then everyone had it, and after the Buu saga everyone stopped using it. And I mean, I don't blame them, it's kinda useless in hindsight. Even Vegeta, the only character still using the form, ditched it as soon as he could, as soon as he got blue. So it's now just a forgotten, useless form. Plus, if Gotenks can skip it, how great can it be? Super Saiyan 3 had no build up, no great moment,
no eyebrow.
Basically, if you take out the hype factor, Super Saiyan 3 is a nothing form. It's just like a mindless power up. It had nothing on the table power wise except making you just like stronger. Motherfucker even let Vegeta think he was his equal, when if Goku beated him, Buu wouldn't have been revived. Douchebag. At least Gotenks rock the form better, because if not it would have been F tier. But yeah, it's E tier, easy.
And again, same shit as 1 and 2, but without the eyebrow. Come on. Now this might not be the hypest form in Dragon Ball, but at the fucking least it's unique. Bro turned into a monkey and is giant and need the moon and a tail to pull off. The tail being its weakness is also pretty cool, making even character like Yajirobe clutch if the strategy is good enough. Great form overall, B tier.
The only problem is that outside the badass Vegeta fight, the show do shit with it. For real, it feel like the manga had no idea how to use the form after that. That form is easily one of the lamest form ever in Dragon Ball. It has no build up, no distinctive visual trait. It's Super Saiyan 2 with an extra step. It's basically the reason why I put Super Saiyan 3 higher. It's because this form is so lame. It's only in the show because it's for Trunks to be able to keep up with the other. But even then, Dragon Ball Super should have come up with a better excuses for that. It's lame, and a F tier.
God form is fine, it's the same shit again, but it being summoned through a ritual is really cool, until Vegeta pull it off casually, which is like, what the fuck. The ritual in the first film, in my opinion, make it good enough to be like a C tier at best. Again, it's the same shit.
It would have also been cooler if it didn't look like another Kaioken. Orange Piccolo. This one is complicated. I really want to say it's really good because it looks sick, and Piccolo deserves to have a form of his own. I think we can all agree on that, especially with all the teasing in the Cell saga about the Super Namekian. But the fact that he didn't achieve it himself, and that it was like gifted by Shenron, make it drop a tier. Like what, hard work only pay off when you are a Saiyan? If not, you need a wish to get your badass form? It even dropped lower, D tier.
Yeah, Orange Namek sound cool until they do the cheap way out. Blue Sword Trunks is fucking after. There's no hiding the fact that it's dog shit. No build up, no explanation, just a glowy blue sword. And if the sword would at least transform into something cool, and if there was like at the very least a reason or emotional reason behind this form, it could have been good, but as it is now, it's dog shit. You might say, oh, it's a spirit bomb sword. Yeah, that's just fucking dumb. It's just straight ass.
Ultimate form or mystic form or whatever is E tier, because it never really made sense. Think mark. The whole point of the form is that it unleash all the latent power in Gohan. A fucking botched up job if he had beast in him all along. Plus, visually it looked the same as normal form. And the form wasn't even introduced in the Buu saga. It was first used on the planet Namek on Krillin and Gohan. So if it's a canon form, Krillin post Namek is Mystic Krillin or Ultimate Krillin. And it's canon.
Plus this form can do nothing. It's just bigger number or something. It just makes you stronger. And I can't get over the fact that it's just the same shit that the fat guy did to Krillin back on Namek. It's kinda lame. Legendary is pretty cool. It put back the legendary in Legendary Super Saiyan. The base Super Saiyan form, Super Saiyan 1, was supposed to be that, but then it just got on a cheap sale or something and everyone started to become a Super Saiyan, even like 7-year-old or 8-year-old fucking child. Now yes, for the Legendary Super Saiyan, Kale also have it, but it's a form that only 2% have access to, and it making the user berserk is a pretty cool unique trait for the form, but that's only if you look at Broly. Because Kefla can just control this form and it just, again, it's the same shit as we already got. So I'm kinda torn on this one. If you would only look at the Broly version, it's a B tier, it's pretty good. But if you get Kefla in the mix, I'll narrow it down at a C tier. It's good. It could be better.
I honestly take Kel and Kefla any day of the week over 8 years old child. Form change is a really cool form too. By that I mean like whenever Frieza was like always having a new form, mean like, you know, this transformation. Like he can always stay in his final form, but he purposely made himself weaker. Making for a really cool moment, you know, Rock Lee style but with a villain. It made the character seem like an invincible monster, but other characters using it like Zarbon make it so I can't put it higher than B tier. Like really Zarbon. I would have dropped it to C tier, but Cooler saved the day just by being cooler and having the sickest looking final form. Like what the fuck is this? It has no right being this cool.
Also the way it's a villain only form make it more interesting, cause if a hero always have a new form it's a Deus Ex Machina, but for the villain it just heighten up the stakes to some extent. And it also just looked cool and unique. A B tier is fair, I think. Okay, so Max Power. I actually like it. It's not the best form in any way, but it stays an interesting form all the way through. Basically you trade up speed for power, which is an interesting trade-off, making it a form that isn't just base form but better. Which is good. The biggest problem is that other than Roshi, no one really managed to pull it off successfully, which drag it down a bit. But the high risk high reward concept is pretty cool and unique for Dragon Ball, so I'll say a C tier.
Super Saiyan Blue and Rose are basically the same form, Rose being the blue form for Black Goku. The problem right off the bat is not that it not only rendered obsolete Super Saiyan God, but also that it kinda took its place without adding anything like that is that good. It's got Super Saiyan 2 in a way, but without the cool moment where Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was born. The canon name is shit. Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Like, what the fuck is that?
Super Saiyan Blue is the form that we used to meme about before Dragon Ball Super came out. Like, oh, the next form is gonna be Super Saiyan but blue or Super Saiyan but red. It sounds like a joke. Especially the name, Super Saiyan Blue. At least Super Saiyan God tried a little bit. Yeah, Ether, enough said, Super Saiyan Blue fucking suck. Ultra Instinct is a mixed bag. There's like 3 variations of this form. The first one is Unmastered UI or Fake UI, which is the best version of the form, I think. It was a defensive only form, making Goku weaker but a dodging machine, clearly establishing this form as something more than base Goku but better. So I would say B tier is good enough. It would be higher if it was not replaced in the same arc by Mastered Ultra Instinct, which I think is still good but not as good. Again, it is more than just base Goku but better. It have a clear effect on the character, making him a dodging machine. But this one doesn't have the downside of the first one, which I think is a shame. I would say both are good. One is obviously better, making this one like a C tier. It's good, but I like the fake one better. I also like how UI is a Goku only form so far, which is pretty cool. And then there's this weird manga in between form thing that frankly at this point is just a D tier. A form having 2 different styles that the user can switch to sound pretty cool. This is not done that well. So yeah, it's from B to D. If they would have stick to the first version only, I think it would have been an easy A tier. But it is what it is, so B, C, and D.
The manga Goku exclusive version looking like the first UI also doesn't help. It's just so confusing. I really like Ultra Ego when it first came out, and I still do. For now, it's a Vegeta exclusive form, meaning if Goku get a new form, it doesn't invalidate Ultra Ego, because Ultra Ego doesn't have a clear equivalent and limit to its power level. It's also cool that it made Vegeta stronger when he get hit, as it changed his fighting style somewhat. The problem is that Saiyan already kinda gets stronger when they're deaf, and that Vegeta never, for now, won a single fight with the form. So for now, I have to put it in C tier. Middle of the road. Depending on what happened, it could go up or down. We will see.
It have potential, but so far it's so untapped that it's just a purple punching bag. Super Saiyan 4 is visually sick looking, but this is not a visual only tier list, so with all things considered, I think it's a average form. It looked different, but it worked exactly like Super Saiyan 1. Its biggest redeeming quality is that it's the comeback to the Saiyan tail and some kind of evolution of the monkey form, which I think make it original enough to be a C tier. It would have been higher if Vegeta didn't just ask Bulma, hey yo, can you science that shit real quick for me? And it's just become a Super Saiyan 4. And the fact that it's just base form but better again, let it down quite a bit, so yeah.
At least it had a time limit to it, but that's like something Super Saiyan 3 also had, so it's not even unique. Base form is sick looking, but kinda lame when you think about it. Gohan unlocked the form because he think Piccolo was dying, but if he was, he would have reverted to his normal form, like every Dragon Ball character do when they're close to their death. So everyone with a brain knew Piccolo wasn't dying. Gohan doesn't train for it. Goku is all about hard work, and it paid off with Ultra Instinct. Gohan just had beast form in him, in his gene. It's lame, and goes against the core point of Dragon Ball. Plus the guy is supposed to be the strongest in Dragon Ball, so because of his blood, he became stronger than Goku, who dedicated all his life to training. E tier easy.
The way this form was handled is just baffling. It's Ultimate Gohan, but with a cooler design. Plus everything you say, so yeah, E tier. It sucked. Now let's look at Potara and Fusion Dance. I think they're both great. Having 2 characters fuse to become a stronger character is pretty cool and different from all the other forms we talked about so far. So both versions are good. But let's look at Potara first. Potara also adds stakes to the battle, cause if the enemy defeat the character before they both can get the Potara and fuse, they fail, or the Potara could just get destroyed, which is a little interest step that make this form more interesting, on top of being unique. I would say Potara is a A tier, but that's only because fusion dance is so much better in my opinion. First, you need to do the dance right, which can take time and can backfire if you fail, making a form that can incapacitate 2 of the strongest fighter for 30 minutes, which add more stakes and weight to the battle, and can also be funny. And even if it's done right, your power-up have a time limit which bring tension to the fight. And it's always a blast when fusion is on the screen, either if they fail or if they do it right. Mostly when they do it right, because it look really cool. So I would say fusion dance is a S tier. It's the GOAT.
I didn't like that they took away some of the originality of the Potara and Super by making it not last forever and have a time limit like normal fusion, but it's still cool. Now for the last one we have Absorption. You know the thing Boo does when he absorbs another fighter. I like that it's a villain only form, you know, like the form change that Frieza had. And that it's like a fusion that lasts forever and just make the villain stronger without any downside, as long as he managed to absorb someone. So when facing Boo, everyone needed to be careful, as if one fighter became stronger than Boo, Boo could, if the fighter wasn't careful, take his strength away and skill, making for a really cool moment, like when Super Boo turned the table on Gohan after absorbing Gotenks and Piccolo, or that again he turned the table on Goku by absorbing Gohan, completely destroying his plan to fuse with his son. It's cool to watch and keep us on the edge of our seat. Cell also has his own version of absorption that is less cool than the one Boo had, as it doesn't quite steal the move from his opponent. But when he was in his first form, it was still cool to have the character being one attack away from stealing your strength, and that not killing him could mean he could come back stronger than you, like he did for Piccolo. Solid S tier for me.
And in some way it's kinda like a reverse fusion. What if the villain can fuse with a hero and steal his power? It's really cool and adds stakes to the battle, and is much more original than just transforming.
So yeah, that is our ranking. You know how those things goes. The order is not set in stone and depend on our mood and stuff, but for now this is it. Feel free to post your own ranking in the comment if you want. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment, share the video, I don't know, do what you want. Thanks for watching.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Too many things going on, I can't keep track of them all. From people dropping